I do what I do with and for the American Red Cross because of its principles. There's 7, but the core of which are neutrality, impartiality, and humanity.
You start off volunteering because you want to help other people, but it is a very fulfilling thing. It feeds your soul. It gives you a sense of satisfaction. So you might start off because you want to help other people, but you kind of get addicted to the feel-good feeling that you get from doing that.
And just wanting to give everything to them, but at the same time, you have to be strong for them. You have to let them know that you are there for them, and you have to put your emotions aside and be the rock that they're looking for.
There's some defining moment in every day and on every deployment where you think, okay, this is why I was here. For me, it was the old man in the wheelchair. I knew I was the one to be there to give him that meal that day. It could have been somebody else, but I knew that was the reason I was there.
Regardless of where I am, if you sit down and have a conversation with an individual or a family, break bread in a sense, we all want the same thing. Safe place to live, good job, and money to raise our family. And we cut through all that and provide physical and emotional support for families, sometimes in their greatest need, in their greatest loss.
Well, again, I'd been watching coverage on television of this big storm that was coming. I sent an email to the emergency services director saying I was available to drive if she needed me. About an hour later, she said, I have a gentleman from Cincinnati who can drive if you can be his partner. I said, okay, and she said, we want you guys to leave by 6, and that gave me about 4 hours to get ready and get down to the chapter office. When we drove in, it looked like a disaster. All of their possessions from their homes were sitting by the curb, waiting for the pickup.
The whole operation, I think nobody understands, except the Red Cross maybe, what a difficult situation responding to an emergency can be. You have thousands of people called and being organized and working together on a moment's notice. It's almost impossible for things to work smoothly because of everybody just getting there and just doing their job.
It wasn't until we took the trip to Staten Island that we realized how huge of a disaster it was. And that was sort of a fluke. They just came out and said, we have these 2 places we need people to go. Which one do you want to do? And I just said, okay, Staten Island, that's fine.
We got there on Sunday. By Wednesday, the storm was Monday, Tuesday. By Wednesday, we were waiting for 10,000 meals to be delivered from New York City to be delivered. Wednesday night, the Baptist Kitchen wasn't even there. By Thursday morning, they were cooking food for 10,000 people, 10,000 meals. It's amazing how this all works, and it does work. I think in the course of 2 weeks there serving food, we received more God bless yous, thank you for being here. What would we do without the Red Cross? That's the payoff for the whole thing.
When I got there, I got a hotel assignment, which was not at the hotel where we were headquartered. It was another 30 miles south, back to Princeton. Drove back to Princeton, found my hotel with some challenge because there were no hotel signs or lights illuminating the hotel. Checked in the hotel and discovered that the hotel had no lights or heat. It had some generator-powered emergency lights. And I spent close to a week in that hotel with no heat and no light. Very similar circumstances to the folks we were trying to help.
I still reach out to my team members, and they're all over the country, but we still talk all the time, and we offer each other support. So I did make lifelong friends that I'll always be grateful for.
is the Red Cross is not government funded. People think somehow the government is giving the Red Cross money to go out and do this, and that's not true. So we need to keep telling people, this is a donation. If you donated to the Red Cross, thank you, this is what's helping you. And that we just have to keep doing that.
I know of no other organization that assists in war and disaster and helps everybody, regardless of race, creed, color, political persuasion. I've been all over the United States, Caribbean, and around the world in the 30-some years working and volunteering for the Red Cross. And I've made friends all over the world, and yet I've never had to choose between a person's color or a person's religion or their political persuasion.